Oh, we have a few potatoes. At the beginning of 2024, I decided that I had spent enough money on vegetables and it was time to learn how to grow them myself. I really love tomatoes and potatoes, and they are the easiest to grow, I think, and the most useful in my recipes. So I decided it was time to grow these vegetables myself. I have very good neighbors, and they give me about 10 small tomato bushes of different varieties. I also found some potatoes in my refrigerator, so it's a good time to start. And I watched several YouTube videos on how to grow tomatoes, but I think I'll just plant them and not to do anything else. No watering, no fertilizer, and see if they grow on their own or not. Since we have never grown tomatoes before, we do not have a garden bed for them. I went to our backyard and I found the most suitable spot there where underground water should feed the roots of the tomatoes. This was my reasoning, so I wouldn't need to put much effort into the care and the tomatoes would grow on their own. Okay, it's time to prepare the garden bed. Digging the ground was quite difficult because our soil is made up of stone, clay and sand. It took me about an hour to dig up the required area, remove the large stones and grass, and prepare everything for planting. Planting tomatoes didn't take much effort. All I needed to do was dig small holes and plant the tomatoes and water them once. I only watered the tomatoes when planting, trusting that Mother Nature through rain and groundwater would take care of the rest. I also spreaded a bit of wood chips that we had from previous project. Okay, today is the day 2 and as we can see most of our tomatoes still alive, and for the potatoes we don't have any updates, of course. So let's wait maybe one extra week and see if we have any updates. So I added some support. It's still alive, but as I mentioned previously, we lost 2 tomatoes here. One was here and one was here. So now we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 tomatoes. And we also have potato here, but I have no idea, it's no sign about potatoes, any sign. It's still rocky. And as you can see, I also added wood chips. We have a lot of wood chips from our project, so just I added to have now. So let me check it maybe after 2 more weeks and we'll see if we have any progress. We have our first flower here. Well, I don't know what kind of tomato we have here, what kind of, but this is our first flower with, oh, maybe one more. No, it's not. It's not from tomato. Yeah, okay. We have our first flower here and we have a few potential flowers here. Okay, good result. We have 2 potatoes and 2 flowers. So let's continue watching for our tomatoes. The tomato began to grow very quickly and many flowers appeared on them. I realized it was time to build a small support to help the tomatoes grow upwards. I found some old boards and made a short video to show you how I built the support. Today is July 22nd and as you can see we have our tomato. It's almost 7 feet high, some of them. And what about tomatoes? We still have two huge tomatoes like this and this one, and we have a lot of flowers but not too many small tomatoes. Yeah, we have this one. I don't know what kind of tomatoes I have, but as I can see we have only two big or three big tomatoes. And here we have green tomato, and here we have a green tomato. Yeah, I know I plant them pretty close and it's not that much space between tomato, but it is what it is. This is my experiment. How many tomatoes I can get. So, and for the potato, I have 4 bushes, and this one it's already done with flowers. This one it's already done with flowers. For this, yeah, this one it's huge. This one it's huge. For this one, I think it's no flowers yet. And for this, it just started. I don't know what's going on, why this sitting that long, but this one just started. Yeah, you can compare this small and this small. Yeah, I don't know why it's big difference, quite so much difference between this one and this one. And for this one, I don't know, it's a small as well. And see, it's someone eating this tomato. Yeah, I don't know who did that. Yeah, I don't have any marks that someone eating this one, but for this one something going on. Okay, let's continue check my garden. And as I remember, you guys, I don't have any fertilizer here. I had this grass, I removed this grass, I put tomato plants, no water and no fertilizer, just sun and natural. And we'll see if we can get any tomatoes from this one. And as you can see, we have small tomato here. Okay, let's continue watching. Okay, today August 10th, and now we have a first tomato. It's about 1.5 pound weight. It's a yellow. I don't know what kind of tomato is that. And as you can see, we have a lot of small green tomatoes here. So almost, yeah, here we have most of tomatoes are pretty small. I don't know, it's this kind. And I have only, see, we have these green tomatoes. And only I have this green. It's a big one. I think it's the same kind of, but we already have first tomato. It's a good. So let's continue watching for our tomato garden. Yeah. Okay, today is September 7th, so I think it's a final day for my video. As you can see, let's start this tomato. We have a lot of green tomatoes, and now we have real warm days. So I think after maybe a week, we can pick all of these tomato. So our plans for the tomato, I think it's 100% completed. We receive more than 10 pounds already tomatoes. And here, I think it's maybe another 20 pounds of tomato, green or partially red. So we have a lot of tomatoes here. So let me show you. We have different kind of tomatoes. I don't know what kind of tomatoes is that, but as you can see, it's different variety, different kind of, different size. Yeah, so yeah, we have this one black, we have this one, we have this one. So for the tomato, it's already, and here, as you can see, I already pick a few tomatoes. So for the tomatoes, we done, and let's dig out the potato. and see how many potatoes we have and if we have any of potatoes. Okay. Oh, we have a few potatoes. Okay, this one, interesting. This one is completely
rotten.
Oh, maybe it was original potato.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, let's see how many potatoes we have. We have 4 here. Yeah, 2 potatoes completely rotten, and we have few more baby potatoes and this one. So from this huge bush we have only 5 potatoes. 4 potatoes. Okay, here we have, oh wow, it's a big one. Empty here, and let me check. Oh, it's one more. Okay, from that one we had 2 big and 1 small, and let's check the
This
other.
one more.
This one. See, some of potatoes it's eaten by someone.
By moles.
Yeah, I don't know who did that. Maybe it's a mouse.
Mole.
Maybe.
Maybe they've eaten.
Yeah, see, maybe they eaten. See.
Yes, they did this.
Do you like this potato? Can you show us how you eat this? This guy, I think, eat all our potatoes. Okay, this is yours now. Eating, yeah,
It's eating?
a little bit. So, and see the size of this.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. It is what it is. So this is yours now. Okay, from that huge bush we have only 4.5 potatoes, and see, we have so many small potatoes.
They need more time.
Yeah, they need more time, but we don't have this time. Okay, let's see how many potatoes we have in total. This is all our potatoes, and yeah, it's not too many, it's real small, some of them, but it's still.
How many did you plant?
I think I used 2 potatoes and I cut 4 pieces. And yeah, we have, I think, more than 200% extra potatoes. So it's a still good result if you have, for example, these potatoes, or you can use these small potatoes to grow. And from these 4, you can have maybe 10 more. So it's kind of progressive result. Well, friends, our experiment has come to the end. Several months have passed since we planted the first tomatoes. And as you remember, our goal was to find out if tomatoes and potatoes could grow on their own without human intervention. I didn't water them, I didn't fertilize them. Mother Nature did all the work. The only things I did was build a small support for the tomatoes to help them grow upward. So, what can I say? All the tomatoes grew well. We now collect about 1-2 pounds of tomatoes every day. These tomatoes taste amazing, nothing like store-bought tomatoes. They have a unique flavor that we really enjoy. We also tried growing potatoes for the first time, and they turned out to be just as delicious. We harvest about 4 pounds of potatoes, which is a good result considering we had never planted them before and didn't know much about how to grow them properly. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let us know. We know we may have done some things wrong, but overall This experiment was really fun and exciting. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Thank you so much.